Marlon Brando, born on April 3, 1924, in Omaha, Nebraska, was an American actor and cultural icon widely considered one of the greatest actors in film history. His innovative performances and intense screen presence redefined acting in the 20th century, establishing him as a pioneer of method acting and an influential figure in cinema. Early life and background. Brando was born to Dorothy, née Penny Baker, and Marlon Brando Sr. His father, a chemical engineer, was an alcoholic, while his mother, a theater actress, struggled with mental health issues. Brando had two older sisters and a brother. His difficult childhood was marred by a turbulent family life, which would later influence his complex and rebellious personality. He often clashed with his parents, particularly his father, and as a result, was sent to military school at the age of 16. Despite his difficulties at home, Brando found solace in acting. He was introduced to the theater while at military school, where he studied drama under the guidance of a teacher who recognized his natural talent. After high school, he moved to New York City in 1943 to study at the prestigious Actors Studio, where he trained under Lee Strasberg, the leading proponent of the method acting technique. This training became the cornerstone of his acting career, emphasizing emotional authenticity and psychological depth over traditional theatrical techniques. Rise to stardom. Brando's breakout role came in 1947 when he starred as Stanley Kowalski in Tennessee Williams' A Streetcar Named Desire on Broadway. His portrayal of the brutish, passionate Stanley garnered critical acclaim and marked the arrival of a new, intense style of acting. His performance was so compelling that it secured him a film role in the 1951 movie adaptation of the play, where Brando's raw energy and physicality captivated audiences. This portrayal would become iconic and cement Brando's place in the pantheon of great actors. In the early 1950s, Brando continued to build his film career with roles that showcased his versatility. He starred in films such as Viva Zapata, 1952, in which he portrayed Mexican revolutionary Emiliano Zapata, and On the Waterfront, 1954, where his portrayal of Terry Malloy, a longshoreman struggling with his conscience, won him his first Academy Award for Best Actor. His performance in On the Waterfront is still regarded as one of the greatest in cinematic history and marked the height of his acting prowess during the 1950s. Personal life and controversy. While Brando's professional life flourished, his personal life was marked by chaos and controversy. He married actress Anna Koshfi in 1957, with whom he had one son, Christian. However, the marriage was short-lived and ended in a bitter divorce. Brando's relationships with women were often tumultuous, and he had several other children, including an adopted daughter, who would later be involved in the high-profile and tragic story of the kidnapping and death of his son, Christian Brando, in 1990. Brando was also known for his political activism, particularly in the 1960s and 1970s. He supported the civil rights movement and was outspoken about his disdain for Hollywood's treatment of Native Americans. In 1973, he famously refused the Academy Award for Best Actor for his role in The Godfather, 1972, as Vito Corleone, in protest against the portrayal of Native Americans in film. He sent a Native American activist, Sachin Littlefeather, to decline the award on his behalf, an act that drew both admiration and backlash. The Godfather and later career. One of Brando's most famous roles came in 1972, when he portrayed Don Vito Corleone in Francis Ford Coppola's The Godfather. His performance as the aging mafia boss became legendary, and the film itself is considered one of the greatest in cinematic history. Brando's portrayal of Corleone, complete with his signature deep voice and slow, deliberate gestures, set a new standard for the gangster genre. His work in The Godfather earned him his second Academy Award, which he famously declined in protest of the mistreatment of Native Americans. Despite his critical success, Brando's career was often erratic. In the 1970s and 1980s, he became known for his eccentricities, including his unpredictable behavior on set, weight fluctuations, and frequent absences from projects. However, he remained a powerful and influential figure in Hollywood, continuing to take on challenging and unconventional roles. Brando's later films, including Apocalypse Now, 1979, in which he played the enigmatic Colonel Kurtz, were marked by his difficult on-set behavior. His weight had become a significant issue, and he was often difficult to work with. Nonetheless, his role in Apocalypse Now remains one of his most memorable performances, even though much of his dialogue was improvised due to his late arrival on set and lack of preparation. In his later years, Brando's health and career declined, and he became somewhat of a recluse. Despite this, his legacy as one of the greatest actors of all time remained intact. He died on July 1, 2004, at the age of 80, leaving behind a lasting impact on the world of cinema. Legacy and influence. Marlon Brando's contributions to film and acting are immeasurable. His innovative approach to method acting changed the way actors approached their craft, and his performances set a new standard for emotional depth and realism. Brando's influence can be seen in the generations of actors who followed him, from Robert De Niro to Al Pacino and Leonardo DiCaprio. Beyond his acting, Brando's role in advocating for social justice and his complex personal life made him a figure of intrigue, both in the media and among his peers. His legacy is marked by a combination of artistic achievement, personal struggle, and a commitment to challenging the status quo in both Hollywood and American society.
Thank you for watching. Please subscribe our channel.